Story time on my toxic friend. Okay, so this is my first video, so hi guys. So I'm not really trying to become famous. I just want to do what I want to do, and that is to make videos and let my stories be known. Like, because most of my videos will be like stories, and yeah, because I have a lot of stories, especially drama. This one is kind of like drama, but it's also that I haven't told anyone really the story except for my close friends. So I want people online to also know how toxic this girl is. So for some background information, I met her 2 years ago, and even then it was very toxic. It's just over the years she got attached to me. So when I first met her, it was because she was crying, and I had just transferred from somewhere else. Well, I did not transfer. I had just started school again because I was homeschooled before that, and then my mom put me back in the normal school, so I went to that school. I met her, and how I met her was because she was crying, this girl was bullying her, and I became friends with her after that entire situation went down. And I also met this other girl, so we're gonna call the main girl of the story, we're gonna call her Blue, the girl that was crying, by the way. And then her friend, who also is one of my close friends, we're gonna call her Red. We're gonna call her Red. So Blue and Red, they were my close friends for that entire school year, and I pretty much got along with them pretty well for the start of the school year until out of nowhere, me and Red started to not want to be around Blue anymore because Blue had this problem with lying. And by lying, I don't mean like it was just like small things that we shouldn't be mad at her for. It wasn't like every once in a while she would lie to us. It was like every time she always lied about something. And when I would tell her a story about something, suddenly a couple minutes later, she's like, guys, I have a story to tell you. And she would use my exact story, except just change the people to her own. And whenever I would confront her about something she did wrong, because she was always doing something, and it always seemed to target me for some reason. Like, it was always something I did, she would copy me. And I didn't like it because I didn't like the fact that my own friend is sitting here copying me. And it's not like cute, like we're matching. Like, no, it's not like she's just copying my outfit or something. Like, no, she's straight copying stuff I'm telling her and then telling me that same story as if I don't know that's mine. Like, girl, I just told you that story and you're telling me now you also have the same exact story. And then anytime I wanted to do something, she wouldn't even be interested in it. But then suddenly when I bring it up, she wants to be in it too. Like, how do you want to suddenly be in, like, let's say I want to join volleyball. I would bring that up to her, and suddenly she wants to join volleyball, but she never brought up volleyball until I wanted to join. And it wasn't like she would go around acting like I'm copying her. No, she would straight copy me. And then if I confronted her and got mad at her for that, because clearly you wouldn't want your own friend copying everything you do instead of doing what they want to do and doing like the right thing, which is doing your own thing and being your own person, not doing what your friends want you to do. Or just because you want to be like me. Like, straight up, I used to not be her friend a lot. So that was like that year that I met her. So that was the 1 year. 1 year me being her friend. And all of that happened. So let's move on. Next year. So that next year, we're both still in the same school. That school year, I had a lot of drama, so I can tell y'all stories on that too. But basically, this girl practically just straight bullied me, and I moved schools. But there was also drama with girly pop, because tell me why. Okay, so basically, tell me why this girl, like, I swear, she always had an excuse for everything she did wrong. So basically, tell me why. The girl literally is over here friends with the girl that's bullying me, and she knows this girl is bullying me. She knows this girl constantly hates me and is rude to me, and it's just not a nice person. And you're telling me you're gonna sit here and be her friend, and your excuse for it, her excuse is, oh, she's making me be her friend. Why would that girl, like that girl, you literally could just tell her no. Like, you do not have to be friends with my own bully. So I moved schools, and more drama starts to happen. So I was dating a guy. I know I'm a lesbian now because of all the guys I've had bad experience with dating. So I was dating this guy. Let's call him Cheetah. Oh no, I'm making random names. So Blue would call me on Snapchat. I don't have Snapchat anymore, but when I did, she would call me on Snapchat because she was friends with me on Snapchat. Basically, she would call me and be like, oh, your boyfriend did this. But everyone else would say none of that happened. And she said, oh, like, your bully and Cheeto are together, and they got together, and they announced it to everyone at lunch. Mind you, at our school, they had rules that you couldn't date anyone, and if they did, they would tell. And if you were dating someone, they would call and tell your parents. So I did not get how they would be able to announce that to everyone in the lunchroom when there is grown adults in the lunchroom. There's staff in the lunchroom. They can literally hear you. So I don't think they would announce that. Like, even when I moved to the other school, they had the same rule. So eventually, like, we would constantly get in arguments, and we wouldn't be friends. Then we would be friends again because I'm super forgiving. I'm not really anymore. If I need to break off contact, I will. But I wasn't like that when I was friends with her. So basically, after I figured out the whole lie and stuff, I kind of, cut her off. I think it was a different argument. I forgot what it was about, but the argument happened. I cut things off of her. So let me tell you guys her tactic for whenever I don't be her friend. So I guess she got very attached to me. So she would constantly, like, when both of us had Snapchat, she would constantly add me on Snapchat. Like, I'm straight talking about, this girl would make new accounts, just add me. And then, if I accepted, she would be talking about, I'm sorry, can we just be cool? Cool to her means friends, by the way. Cool to her means friends, I don't talk all the time. But for her, when it comes to me, she would text me 24/7 and act like we're best friends all over again. That's when we were friends again. Okay, so here we are now. This was literally just the school year. So that was the school year that just ended for us this year. So basically, there was a lot of drama this school year, by the way. So, like, stuff happened. Basically, let me pass by all the drama that happened this school year, because there was a lot of drama that happened those whole 2 years, and I can do story times on all of that. But let me get onto the main part. So basically, let's skip to right when summer break starts, and for us it happened in like June. So I'm pretty sure the school year ended like June 3rd. So June 3rd, boom, stuff happens. So basically, the school year ends, everything's over, everyone walks out the school, obviously. So let's skip to like June 10th. So let me give y'all a little background information on what's about to happen. So there was this girl that's like a grade below me and my friend, like below me and Blue. Blue is friends with her. Like, and what I mean by friends is they go over each other's house and stuff. They're close friends. So basically, I swear this girl doesn't like me, because she would sit there and talk about me, and then Blue wouldn't defend me against her and just tell me don't listen to her. Why are you defending me? I get that you're a close friend too, but if I'm so-called your best friend and we're so close, like, the thing is, like, basically, what she would sit there and do is she would sit there, call me rude, and say I'm disrespectful. One time, Blue and this girl, they were having a sleepover. They called me. So I don't know where the phone hangs up. I was confused, so I called Blue back. Tell me why her friend jumps up and just hangs up on me. Excuse me, little girl. I know you did not just hang up on me, and I did not do nothing to this girl, by the way. So now let's skip to what happens on June 10th. So June 10th comes around. Out of nowhere, I get this text message from Blue's number. And it's like, I thought about it, I don't want to be friends with you no more. And just to clarify, I was like, me and you? As in, you don't want us to be friends? And she said, yeah. So I find out this was not Blue, it was actually her friend. But I still thought it was weird, because she told me, like, oh, like, me and her aren't friends, I blocked her. So you told me you and her aren't friends, but then you go around behind my back, and she somehow was able to take your phone. So I was upset, obviously. So basically, I straight up had an argument with her that day. And I was like, we are not friends anymore, do not contact me, don't talk to me. Do you think she listened to the no contact? No, she didn't. Because like a month, or like I think like maybe a month or either 2 days later, I need to check, because I still have all of this on my phone. I still have the argument, I still have the multiple times she texted me, and I also have the multiple times her friend texted me. Also, I'm pretty sure her friend reported my account, because her friend was texting me talking about, you and her aren't friends anymore? You aren't gonna talk to her anymore? Like multiple questions, by the way. And I was just like, yeah, like, so I wasn't gonna talk to her anymore. So basically, what happens is, I just get banned. Like, I almost got banned, but I appealed the account, so I just couldn't text anyone. So basically, what happens is, Okay, I just checked. So on June 12th, this is 2 days after the argument, I think her friend texted me talking about like, cause like Blue was saying, oh yeah, like me and her are never gonna be friends again. I will never forgive her for this. You'll never forgive her, huh? So basically, I guess old girl was like texting me. And she's talking about like friend of a friend and stuff. I just blocked her because, girl, no, I'm not gonna deal with this. None of y'all is gonna convince me to be her friend again, nor be cool with her. I don't want to talk to her. Like, I made that clear. So then she texts me off a different number, mind you. It gets worse. She keeps texting me off different numbers. Like, even now, she still does it. Because the argument in real time has happened about 2 months ago as we speak. But let me tell y'all. I get a message after blocking her friend. And it was like this long message saying how sorry she was. I don't know exactly what it said, but I'm not going to read it to find out. But just now, it was a large apology about how sorry she was. So, after she says how sorry she is, I explain to her I don't forgive her because she pulls that every time about how sorry she is, and then she just goes and does it again. And I don't have time to sit here with someone who constantly apologizes to me, but then goes and does the same thing, or does something even worse than that. I don't have time for this. So basically, after that, like, she said, okay, I understand, after I explained to her how I felt. Mind you, that was not the end of it, because then she texted me off of a second number. Yup, a second one. She texted me off a second number saying, it was like something about like, okay, so I think the second number she texted me off of, it was her trying to pretend like she is just trying to find friends and she's texting random numbers. And the only thing she changed was, she was talking about, hi, this is, I can't, like, this is Blue, and then a different last name than her actual last name. And how I knew it was hers because she has a certain way where she does not use grammar and she does not spell right. She doesn't spell some words right. So obviously I knew it was her. Especially because she didn't change anything except for the last name. So I knew it was her. The good thing is she has moved, so I don't have to see her this school year. But let me get into it. So after that, I blocked that number because why would you go texting random numbers to make friends? What if you're texting a 50-year-old man? You don't text random numbers. So basically, after that, next. So she texted me talking about, I want to be cool. I don't want to be cool with you. And I was talking about, no, I don't want to be cool. The thing is, I always blocked her before she could say something back, so I blocked her. And she hasn't texted me off a number yet. Off a different number yet. I hope she doesn't text me anymore. So in total, I think that was about 4 numbers. So if we're talking about her main number, she, like, if you don't want to include that, then it's 3 numbers she has texted me off of. But if you want to include her main number from the argument, then that is 4 numbers I have blocked. So next, she also constantly tries to follow me on accounts. So let me clarify, my account is private. All my accounts are always private except for this one, obviously, but all my other accounts are privated to where no one can like follow me unless I accept it. So she always tries to follow those accounts and I usually ignore it. But this time I'm like, you know what, okay, let her follow me, but I'm not talking to her. So this happened recently, I think it was like yesterday or the day before that. I get a message and it's like, weird question, but can I ask this? I know it's her friend, by the way. If you're watching this, stop bothering me. So she asked me, why did you let me ruin you and Blue's friendship? And I was like, well, the friendship was already ruined. Like, I already had problems with her and it's better off if me and her aren't friends because it's not healthy for me or her because she was like kind of attached to me and I am not okay with that. I'm not okay with someone being straight attached to me. No. So basically, like after a little while of messaging back and forth, I don't know if this was actually her cousin, but I guess Blue's cousin is asking me, can me and you be friends? Mind you, I never answered. So that's that. So that's all I have on this story for now. If you want more, like I'll update all of y'all if anything else happens on it. But I did not speak on this at all. I never speak on any of the drama between me and her. So I decided it's time the world knows about this girl. And I'm not going to expose her name. But if y'all do want the proof of the arguments and her texting me off multiple numbers and her friend trying to text me and also the messages I got sent from her friend, y'all can get that. But I'm not revealing her name. That's that. So yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed the story time. Tell me if y'all want more. and bye.